Wonder how many times he's gonna kick the soccer ball in this video. Go ahead, count it. Is going on, everybody? How are y'all doing? Before we get started with this video, give it a thumbs up. Let's get it over a gajillion likes. Look that up too. Gajillion is a real number, boy. Psych. All right. Yesterday I talked about how the Nintendo Switch could possibly have a new screen. Sharp did come out and announce that they are providing screens for the new Nintendo Switch systems, and there was a debate whether or not it was for the new Switch model, the Switch Lite, or for maybe the Switch Pro further down the line. I think the Switch Pro isn't coming for at least 2 years, but it looks like the new Switch models and the Switch Lite are the two systems. The Switch version 2, which I have right here, and the Switch Lite are the two systems that do have, in fact, the new screen. Now, speaking of this new Switch model, I did tell you guys I am going to do showing off. I have a 1 terabyte SD card in this bad boy, but the games are still downloading. I've been downloading for 24 hours. All my games still not done. Tomorrow, I'm planning to do a live stream around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to look at a Switch with a 1 terabyte micro SD card in it. I bought this from SanDisk. I'm going to tell you guys how much it costs. It's going to be a fun stream, so stay tuned. That's going to be tomorrow. But back to the screen. So there are more things that we're finding out about the new Switch version 2. And I told you guys, once we get our hands on it, we're going to start to see more of this stuff that Nintendo isn't even advertising or sharing with us. Bro, the first thing you need to know about this new Switch screen that's in version 2 is it's brighter. Right there. I looked the wrong way. It's right there. The imaginary sun that I can't see, but you guys can. It's brighter. This was confirmed. It popped up in my YouTube recommendation. Kevin Kenson, he did a video, and he actually did a thermal. He had some guy come in, and he did like tests on the screen, and there was a significant notice. You could see that the new Switch screen was noticeably brighter than the older Switch model. Now, what did that mean? It means that the new Switch model, you can see your games better in sunlight and in a bright light setting. If you're in a bright room or if you're outside in the sun, particularly, the screen pops out more and you can see your games better on this model. Now, also with the screen change, the colors are more balanced on the. I told y'all yesterday, because I didn't do any scientific tests, but I just looking at it, I was like, something's different with this screen. And the colors are more balanced, meaning what the developers intended you to see, the colors they intended you to see, you can see them clearer on this screen. And it confirms that this does have a new screen, corroborates with what Sharp has just said about they're providing new screens for the Switch model, and so it all makes sense. And not only is the Switch, now wait, speaking of brighter real quick, now it makes sense why the Switch Lite is called the Switch Lite. Y'all remember the DS Lite? The reason why it was called the DS Lite was because the screen was so much better and it popped out, and so it was a play on words. It's smaller, lighter, but the screen was brighter, and so they called it Lite, L-I-T-E. Makes sense. The Switch Lite is smaller, and it does in fact have a better screen. The same screen that's in version 2, Switch version 2. So it's brighter. Even the sun needs shades, bro. Not only is it brighter, but it is confirmed now that it is cooler. I already said this. When my initial impressions of just playing it, that it just, the fan was quieter, it didn't run as much, and you could feel the system that it was cooler, and thermal tests were done on the Switch version 2, and on average 5 degrees cooler, which is a big difference. Now, this makes sense. There were videos of the old Switch models warping and bending because of the so much heat in some of the games, especially the more graphically intense 3D games, but it's cooler. It's snowing. So to minimize the bending, possibly warping and scratching when you're putting in the dock as a result of it being bent. So Nintendo did a lot more improvements to this Switch than we originally thought. And so it's cooler as well. We got snow, bro. And another difference that was confirmed, the Joy-Cons are different on the new Switch model. When you take apart the Joy-Cons, the housing where the actual joysticks are on, it's different. It's a different model number. And so Joy-Con drifting has been fixed with the new Switch model. And so a lot more improvements now. Again, the age-old question that dudes are gonna ask: should I upgrade, Obi-Wan? Your preference. Your preference. That's what I say. If you have a Switch, I don't think it's a must have. Maybe if I didn't have this YouTube channel and didn't want to display it for you guys, I probably wouldn't even upgrade. But I probably would. I just know me. I get that Nintendo hardware, bro. So big changes are inside of the new model. And mark my words, as people spend more time with the system, more things are going to be. I'm surprised Nintendo hasn't advertised the better screen. I know why. They don't want to burn old Switch owners. But another big thing that I think this is what many are causing many to not upgrade or want to see if it's worth upgrading, if the actual games perform better. GameXplain did do a frame rate test of the old Switch, new Switch running Zelda, and there's literally no difference. It was so variable that there was no difference in frame rates between models. But the tests were all on games that already came out and were optimized for the old Switch model. Interesting to see if going forward, if developers find out, hey, this new Switch model does have a little bit more juice, if we're going to see any frame rate improvements. But time will tell. We don't know yet. We have to wait until tests are run, because Nintendo tight-lipped with specs on their games. And so, bigger changes than we thought are in the new Switch, the new Switch version 2. What do you guys think of these changes? And before I head out for this video, I gotta remind you guys, I'm giving away a Nintendo Switch Lite. Shout out to Scoobs, one of the sponsors, for sponsoring this giveaway to a member. To a lucky member. I game with the sponsors every night. Just a dope Nintendo Switch gaming community. You get invited to my private Discord. You game with you. I get on your Switch friend list. And we have prize tournaments. We just have a fun time. All right. And I game on Twitch. So make sure you also follow me on Twitch. That's where I game Obi-Wan Plays almost nightly. All right, dudes. What do you guys think about these changes? Sound off in the comment section below. I want to know. But before you go, bro, click that subscribe button. Stay up to date. All thanks. Man, Tan, Dog. We out, bro. Deuces. What's up, Xavier? There's a reason why he's a bro in this video. I was going to talk about Brawlhalla and new characters. I'll talk about that in another video. Deuces.